Hi everyone, it's Justin K. James. Welcome back to my spoken English class once again. How are you? Fine? I hope everyone is fine. Stay healthy. Today we are going to discuss the different uses of could. C-O-U-L-D, could. You have already learned about should and would. Now it's the turn of could. What is could? Could is the past tense of can. Could is the past tense of can. Can we use to express the ability. Could we use to express the ability that existed. Okay, the past of can is could. There are four major uses of could. Four major uses. The first one, we use could to talk about past. To talk about past. Second, we use could in reported speech or indirect speech. Second, we use could in reported speech or indirect speech. Third, we use could to express possibilities. We use could to express possibilities. Okay. Four, we use could for polite questions. For polite questions, we use could. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the first one. To talk about past, we use could. First one, we use could to talk about past. To talk about past. My father could read without specs till the last year. My father could read without specs till the last year. Look, I used could here because it's about past. Never say my father can read without specs till the last year. Never say that because we are talking about past. Don't forget the auxiliary verb can is used to talk about present, not to talk about past. If you want to talk about past, you should use could. That's why we use here. He could read newspaper without a specs till the last year. He could read without a specs till the last year. One more example. I could swim 500 meters when I was a teenager. I could swim 500 meters when I was a teenager. Okay? Understand? Now I don't have that ability. That's why I say I could swim. Now I can swim only 200 meters. It was possible to swim 500 meters, but now it's not possible. So we use could. I could swim 500 meters when I was a teenager. Teenager means 13 to 19. Teenager. Okay. Now I'm in my 20s. So I'm not able to swim 500 meters. Now I can swim only 200 meters. Don't forget. Can be used for present and could be used for past. Keep that in your mind. Second, we use could in indirect speech. In indirect speech, we use could. What is indirect? Not direct, that is indirect. When you say to me something, that is direct. When I say the same thing to another person, that will become indirect. That is indirect speech. Okay? For example, Fatima said, I can help you. I was in a big trouble and then Fatima said, I can help you. Then my friend asked me, he came to me and asked, what did he say? What did she say? I replied, Fatima said me that she could help me. She could help me. Understand? That can is changed to could. Fatima said that she could help me. Actually, she said, I can help you. That can is changed to could. Another example, Musafir said, Safar can teach well. That is the direct speech. If you want to report this to another person, that can should be changed. Musafir said that Safar could teach well. Look, can is changed to could. I hope you understood very well. Now next one, we use could for possibilities. We use could for possibilities. Do you remember in my first or second class I had taught you about could have plus verb 3. Could have plus verb 3. That was about possibility. Do you remember that? If I had studied well, I could have passed the exam. If I had studied well, I could have passed the exam. Here, it's about possibility. You did not study well, so you could not pass the exam. It was possible, but you did not do. Understood? And if I had tried my best, I could have won the race. If I had tried my best, I could have won the race. This is also possibility. You did not try, so you could not won the race. Understood? You can say these sentences in other way. If I tried my best, I could won the race. If I tried my best, I could won the race. Or if I studied well, I could pass the exam. Both have almost same meaning, so don't get confused about that. Fourth, we use could to ask polite questions. For polite questions, we use could. I'm really sorry for the sound you are hearing from the background because it's raining heavily here. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, come to the matter. We use could for asking polite questions. Do you remember the one sentence I taught you in my first or second class, starting with could? Try to remember that. A sentence I had taught you in my first or second class. Could you tell me your name, please? Could you tell me your name, please? That was the sentence I taught you. Could you tell me your name, please? Could you tell me your name? Could you tell me your name, please? Okay? Here, this sentence has politeness. You can use can you tell me your name, but it doesn't have politeness. It's a question. It is question. They will understand what you ask, but it doesn't have any politeness. If you want the politeness, you should use could you please tell me your name? I'm really sorry. It's raining heavily here. And next, understand that you can use the same phrase for asking another polite question. Another example, could you tell me the way to railway station, please? You are standing at the bus stand and you want to know the way to railway station. So you ask this sentence, you ask this to a stranger. Could you tell me the way to railway station, please? Could you tell me the way to railway station, please? You can use can you tell me the way to railway station, but it doesn't have politeness. If you want a politeness, you should use could. Alright? So I hope you understood it really well. If you have any confusion or any doubts, you can ask me. So these are the four major uses of could. First one, we use could to talk about past. We use could to talk about past. Second, we use could in indirect speech. We use could in indirect speech. And third, we use could to talk about possibilities. To talk about possibilities. And fourth, we use could for asking polite questions. So these are the four major uses of could. To talk about past, indirect speech, possibilities, and polite questions. Don't forget that. If you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask me. Alright? Now I'm going to give you one small work, very simple work. You have to do it and send it to me on WhatsApp. Don't forget that. You have to do it and send it to me on WhatsApp. Stay home, stay very safe.